Hello everybody, it is indeed James here, bringing you a 20-minute or less first impressions video, and I'm going to be checking out the new Starbound, which, let me tell you, it's changed a lot. As some of you may or may not know, the game has been out on Steam for quite a long time. It's been under heavy development for pretty much the entire alpha. It's, however, got some amazing new features, and it actually has a story, which I've played through on this character. Is Cindy. It's my main world that I'm currently, playing. So I've gone quite far into this story, but for this video, I'm going to start a new character, and I thought of perhaps playing some of the new races. The Nova kids just look absolutely awesome, and if I do a Let's Play series of Starbound, I'll definitely be playing a Nova kid. Many customizable options are now available. They've always been available, but now you can really breathe life into your character and create quite a memorable adventure. And trust me, if you play enough, you'll really get attached to the story of the character you create and play along with. I'm going to model the new human character after myself, and some of the new features of Starbound, such as the story elements. I mean, it's difficult because up until the new release, you were kind of left to your own devices. You had a basic tutorial. You could visit other planets by using coal. That was what you did. You collected coal from the planet. That made it too easy to go from planet to planet. And after a few, maybe a few days of playing the game, there was a playability factor of a few days. And after a few days, you sort of reached a stopping point where there was no longer, any progress for the game. And it sort of dried up, and it got a bit stale. It got a bit boring, and there was only so far really that you could take it. There's been, like I say, a massive update though. There's a lot more variety. The gameplay mechanics have been updated to include food and water, and a much improved health regeneration and weather systems. And you have to eat now with a hunger bar, although perhaps not the most realistic, but it definitely does make the game a lot more expansive. Loading times have been cut down. They're quite a lot shorter than they used to be. So that's quite good, and any loading times that are in the game are really short and sweet, and it makes the game flow quite well. The premise of the story is you start off. I assume it's the same for every race of character. I haven't played any of the other races, so I can't comment. But for the humans, you begin as part of the Protectorate, so the Guardians of the Universe, for all the intergalactic species that are part of this Protectorate. And apparently not just anyone can become a Protector, it's regarded very highly by everyday citizens of the Protectorate, that you become a Protector of their world. And worlds are highly advanced technologically, although each race is slightly different in terms of their technological development, excuse me. You can interact with loads of stuff. I'll show you some of the things you can interact with. As you can see, we've got our sail in the bottom corner, just sort of chatting away to us, telling us what we can do. He acts as the tutorial and guides you through. You can sit on the toilet, which I find to be quite funny. And you can turn the lava lamp on and off and things. And I'm doing this with E, for those of you that maybe the radio is amazing. The radio is brilliant. So you can interact with loads of things, and it gives a nice feel to the game as well. I am, however, slightly disappointed because, as you can see, you can't yet interact with the electric guitar. That's a shame, but we'll continue on nonetheless. Oops, getting stuck in the door. So we're gonna go and collect our uniform, our Protectorate uniform. And as a newbie Protector, or perhaps as a new recruit who's been here for a little while training up, I'm going to go and graduate, and that's how the story begins. So you're going to have a go along, and everyone talks to you as you go through, and they basically tell you how good life is on the planet and how wonderful it all is to be a part of the Protectorate. And you know what? I'm sure they're right. It probably is. And we're on our way to go and collect our matter manipulator, which is sort of like the the unofficial holy grail of this society. It appears to be held in great esteem. It's like a technological marvel, you know, pretty much how steam became the technological marvel of the Victorian age. While this matter manipulator, so to speak, that splits atoms in half and can do all this amazing stuff. And I believe it's like a construction marvel. It allows one to build and shape the landscape around them, perhaps meant as some form of terraforming tool, but every protectorate is given one. And the world actually is really beautiful now. You can move the camera by pressing control and moving the mouse. It's really cool. Quite intuitive controls. And as you can see, she's sitting here. This is beautiful. I'm gonna just be quiet for a moment. That is lovely, just listening to the chimes. And that's a really nice feature. I really like this. It's just brilliant. So, we're gonna continue on. We're gonna talk to a few people, and as you can see, there's like a head or a chief for every race. Of course, I think, depending on the races you choose, the chief will be slightly different. So let's go and see what happens here, because our friend is going to start speaking in a moment, I believe. And he just sort of explains everything that's going to happen. And so far it all seems pretty nice, it all seems pretty calm. But our story doesn't necessarily have such a happy-go-lucky beginning, because although there's a peaceful moment, because I've played quite a lot into the story, and this is a spoiler, by the way, so don't watch any further if you don't want to be spoiled. That was a warning, a PSA. So here we go. We are under attack by a massive creature, and this is something people were postulating on for many months as to what this could be. It was in the old game as well, but didn't know what to do. So we've got our matter manipulator, and I really like that. Anyway, so we've been attacked. Earth has been attacked by a massive tentacled monster, and now we have to run for our lives. And warning, it does get a little bit graphic if you continue watching, because there will be people on the floor who are presumed to be deceased. So just a warning about that. If you're sensitive, don't watch this, or turn it down, or hide your eyes, you young ones out there. But what we need to do is we need to go and find a ship. We need to go and collect our basic supplies and run to a ship, and we need to escape. And I believe that we're going to be one of the very few humans that manages to escape this terrible disaster. And up here's a little secret: you can grab a cape from the ripped protectorate flag. So we're just gonna come down here and chop the landscape up. There we go, that's it. And we can escape. And we're gonna bounce away, grabbing things as we go, as quickly as we can. We're sort of escaping. We've picked up some sort of broken weapon. And we'll need to... Oh yeah, of course, you need to equip the weapon to get past here. Yep, there we go. That's it, just get this tentacle. Here we go. Get out my way! And here's our vessel. We're going to steal this ship. I've become a captain. Sweet. And off we go, and we're away. Wow. That's, very pretty. Very pretty. Starbound. I love that. It's brilliant. So here we are. We're on our vessel. We have been knocked unconscious, or maybe we're asleep. Who knows? We've travelled goodness knows where from our homeland, and we're now having to reboot the ship's systems. So our sail is going to come online, and he's going to explain to us that we need to accept a mission. And our first mission well, he's going to explain to us that we've come halfway across the universe and we don't know where we are, and that we can't go any further. Yeah. And we need to go down onto the planet's surface, and we need to collect materials, and we need to go and find stuff so we can get fuel, so we can go to different planets and, you know, find a new home or do something. I'm not yet sure. I'm not that far on into the story. But there we are. We're going to accept the mission, and we're going to head down to the planet's surface after we've taken some food. Well, wait a minute. Can I put this up in the... It's a poster, right? Can I not... Can I, no, I can't. Okay, that's a shame. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, I'll look into that. Anyway, okay, we'll put this in here, and we'll take some stuff down to the planet's surface. So we're gonna need, let me think, we're gonna need food, we're gonna need, can I drink this? Yeah, yeah, torches, yes, and then a flashlight, and kind of grab the food. Let me see. We've got food. We've got water. Can I? Yeah, I wanted to check this. Do we get bottles back after we? No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh God. Where are we? Where are we? Right. Okay. Now, did I get a Did I get a bottle from that, like an empty bottle? No. Huh. Okay. All right. Okay. So it just acts as a health regen item, I guess. Okay. That's fine. Let's just make sure we're all prepared to go down on the planet's surface. It could be very dangerous, especially if you go down at night time. So you want to take time, make sure you're all prepared, and we're gonna beam down to the current world. Whoa! We're flying down. Here we go. Now, our first missions to explore around, we need to go and find a monolith, I believe, is the first part of our mission, and then you need to go and... Wait, what? We've already found it. That's the first time that's happened. Usually I've had to travel for ages to get it. Okay, that's interesting. So you need to go down you need to dig down into the planet's surface, right the way down to the planet's core, so you can collect core fragments, and that's how you power back up the oh my god, how you power back up the monolith, and you use that to travel to a space station, and from there you find out about what it was that destroyed your planet. But I'm gonna try not to ruin too much of it. This is just a sort of first impression sort of thing. The controls are very intuitive, but they do take a little bit of getting used to. It's a bit like Terraria in a way, but Terraria died away. To be honest, it did. I'm not entirely sure why. I think people just got bored of it, which is interesting. But I really like the effect of the flashlight now. It's really nice. As you can see, it's beautiful. So we're gonna dig this out here, and we're gonna try and get ourselves a little intuitive little home set up, so that we can. So that we are sort of safe from the outside world, because it can be quite dangerous, really. And I think one of our first priorities is to get a source of food and a source of shelter and warmth and heat. You need to collect wood. Wood is one of the most important resources that you can acquire. Let's just let's see. Hang on a minute. Crafting menu. You access your crafting menu by pressing C. And one of the first things you have to do is craft a campfire and a campfire, so you can get food, and then you make an inventor's table, and then with that you can do all sorts of things like create the other workbenches that will allow you to survive. Right, so we need to put the campfire down there, and we'll be able to cook food on that. And you can find crops and things in the wild. And we're going to put our inventor's table here, which allows us to research other things and bits and pieces. So let's should we go exploring? Yeah, okay, all right. Let's just go exploring in a second. Is there anything over here? No, there's not, is there? What's down what's down here. Is that... Aha! I think that's ore. Is that ore? I think that might be ore. Let's just go and grab this. Yeah, here we go, see. I believe that's copper ore. You get all sorts of ore. You get copper, iron, silver, gold, tungsten, nickel. No, not nickel, no. But yeah, and each ore is like it's like a tech tree. Oh, I can't plant that there. Why can't I plant it there? What? See, sometimes it takes a bit of getting used to. Right, okay, so we're gonna go exploring, and I love the way the cape just sort of floats about, but this won't be able to be used until we go down to the core, but I'm not gonna do that in this video. This video is gonna be around about 20 minutes, so we're almost there, really. And as you can see in the background, you can see any planets and moons that circle your current orbited world, or your current world that you're living in. Oh my god, he's a big guy. Ow. Let's just take him down. There we go. That's it. They changed combat. Combat's a lot different now in that you don't knock people away all the time. They've also changed randomly generated foodstuffs and seeds and seedlings and plants and things. Oh, hello. An abandoned structure. That means that once upon a time there was probably a civilization here. That means that there could be NPCs that live here. And that's another thing you can do, which is kind of like Terraria, is you can now have... you can build a home for NPCs to move in, but you can't do that until I think you've gone through about 1/4 of the story. You've got to go quite far before you can actually purchase the land bond that allows you to do that. And I'm stuck. I need to... There we go. That's it. There we go. I'm an idiot. So that's a little bit of look into the combat. Okay, we want to... Yeah, okay, just let him go by. And there's a lot more monsters, and the monsters are a lot more dangerous, and they're a lot smarter as well. They'll follow you, but if you go too far away, then they'll sort of lose interest after a little while. But as you can see, I've still got one chasing after me. He's not given up, so we'll just get rid of him. I believe some human or human-like NPCs will never stop following you, or if they do, then oh my god, if they do, then they I'm not certain. I'll have to double check that, but there we go. So we're just gonna quickly get a workbench and a foraging table, and these things all. It's not like an intuitive crafting menu where you can craft everything straight away. You know, you have to work towards these things. I believe you need to get like 10 iron ingots before you can craft an anvil, which actually makes sense, because you would be making the anvil out of the iron in the first place. You wouldn't just magically, you know, click your fingers and like a real anvil would just like drop out of the sky, ready to be smithed upon, which is quite intuitive, really. It's quite real. So let's just clear this out. Let's pop these things down here so you can see what they look like, and each item takes up some amount of room, but it acts like a background item. So yeah, you can stand on, I believe what you can stand on the anvil. I know that. I think you might be able to stand on the spinning wheel. Oops, I didn't mean to put that there. I believe you can stand on the spinning wheel as well, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I'd have to double check. But yeah, so that's sort of a look at the new Starbound. I really like it. I really do. I've played quite a lot of it. I've gotten really into it, and it's a lot of fun. So I really highly suggest you guys have a look at it on Steam. It's not expensive. It's quite cheap, actually. I believe it's on sale, or it was on sale. So go and check it out. And thank you so much for joining me. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video, guys. So until then, I'm gonna eat a baked potato, and I'll see all of you on the flip side. And this is interesting. If you eat a lot of food, you regen health. So take care and have a wonderful day.